Hello, Seymour here. Please like and subscribe to this video. So today I'm going to tell you why the Conservatives won the 2019 general election over Labour, the Liberal Democrats and other left-wing parties. First of all, I'm going to say openly, I would have voted for Labour if I could vote. I live in France, so I can't vote. And I'm also from Jersey, so in Jersey you don't have any power of how the election pans out, really. So I'm going to say this about the Conservatives. I don't like them at all, but they are supported by the older demographic of people that like the Conservatives. So the Conservatives won because they were more direct with their messaging, and people thought the country would be run better under a far right-wing and racist person in Boris Johnson. But where they really won is in two of their slogans. First is regain control. I mean, regain control from who? Regain control from yourself. You're meant to already be in control of your immigration policy and stuff. But yeah, take back control from who? And second, they said they were going to spend a lot more on the NHS. I don't see any evidence in that. I think they're going to spend a lot less on the NHS. They're going to degrade on the environmental standards. They're going to just completely destroy the country by 2024. But going back to why they won the election is because of their direct messaging and also get Brexit done. But they want to do the most dangerous and disastrous thing to the UK. They want to pull out without a deal, which will destroy the UK economy. In fact, I've seen somewhere it could shrink by as much as 40 to 50% by 2024, which, yeah, is completely crazy, because he is going to run complete and utter isolationist policies that will destroy the UK. But I do agree with the Conservatives on one thing, though. Today they announced that they were going to lower the VAT to 15 to 17, either to 15% or to 17.5%. I think that does need to be lower. But yeah, so he said get Brexit done. I mean, Brexit won't be done for years with his way of doing it. What he should have done, and what I think the UK should do, is sign the EFTA agreement, which is a free trade agreement with the EU. Then politically you're out if the Eurozone collapses and stuff, but you get the best of being able to do independent fishing like Norway, which, yeah, that's why I'm all in for the EFTA agreement. But I'll explain more of my views and opinions on Brexit in another video. But I don't like the Conservative Party. I think, and also all of their donors are top 1% billionaires, which is completely insane. Like, I don't like the Conservative Party. I mean, if I had to choose someone to be my Prime Minister out of Boris Johnson or Nigel Farage, I would be forced to pick Nigel Farage, because Boris Johnson is such a liar. And I mean, yeah, I'm forced to pick someone on the far right, just out of those two. Of course, I would pick for someone like Sir Keir Starmer, who is a lot better, because I like Sir Keir Starmer a lot more. But now, going back to, yeah, so the Conservatives won by 80 seats, which is just completely mad, really, considering they had such a mad leader who's far right. And also, Boris Johnson has got a lot of ERG, European Research Group members, in his cabinet, which is just like crazy. So yeah, the Conservatives won this election, and now the country has to put up with rubbish till 2024. And yeah, but yeah, this is coming from someone who's more Labour supporter. So I'm sorry if I offended any Conservative voters, but I think the country is moving in the complete and utter wrong direction for my liking. And if we degrade on environmental standards and stuff, I think the Conservatives got it completely wrong, but they could prove me wrong by 2024. I mean, anything is possible. Like, maybe pigs will fly by 20. Maybe the UK will be a world leader again, but I can't see that happening. I think we're more likely to lose 40% of our revenue than we are to be a world leader. So that's why I definitely think we need to vote out the Conservatives in the next general election, and just vote for something better. This younger generation need the Liberal Democrats to become the more right-wing, conservative but liberal party, and Labour to be or even start up a new party, like, I don't know, anything that's more left-wing, that could keep the far right out of power for a very, very long time, and just like get rid of the Conservative Party, basically. I hope that the Liberal Democrats become a conservative but liberal party. That's what I'm hoping for, that the younger generation become voting for Labour and the Liberal Democrats. And of course in Scotland they already vote for about 80% of their voters vote for SNP anyway. But that is why I think we should vote these clowns out of power, and why the Conservatives are really bad for Britain, basically. But do I think the alternatives are much better? I don't really know, but I think anything is better than going down this path that we're currently going down. And I've said why the Conservatives won the general election over Labour and Jeremy Corbyn. But we need to get rid of these clowns by 2024. And yeah, I just don't really agree with the way the country's going, and we need to change everything, really. And the US trade deal is going to be completely disastrous for the UK. I mean, we're going to undercut our own farmers, and so our own farmers we're going to import chlorinated chicken, which is basically completely shit. And we shouldn't import chlorinated chicken from the US. That's why I'm against the US trade deal. And it will just cut our own farmers' prices. So our own farmers from the UK won't be able to compete with the American beef and poorly treated animals that come from America and from mainly America. And also they're going to privatise our NHS, which is I'm completely against. And the Conservatives are going to completely destroy the UK before 2024, but I don't think they probably won't. If they completely destroy the country and 40% of its revenue is gone, then literally no one will ever vote Conservative ever again, if that does happen. And either the Labour or the Lib Dems will get into power. And so but maybe soon the Conservatives could poll as low as the Greens and other irrelevant parties. But I do like the environment. But I mean, not very many people in the UK vote for the Greens. So that's why not very many people vote for the Greens. But my view is that we need to move on in a different direction as a country by 2024. And in 2024 we need to move on, and Brexit would have been done, and then we need to move on just get rid of the Conservatives. I don't care who they're replaced by. I mean, anyone would do better than Boris Johnson's doing right now. I mean, he's not very good. We should replace him with someone a lot better in the next general election, like Sir Keir Starmer. But I do think that Sir Keir Starmer will get in the next general election alongside Sir Keir Starmer will get in alongside he'll sign an agreement probably with the SNP and form a majority government like that. He might not forcefully have the biggest party, but I think that between the SNP and Labour and maybe the Lib Dems, they'll have more vote than the Conservatives, and they'll just replace the Conservatives, and then maybe they will join EFTA after that. Because I do think that the UK will lose 40% of its revenue from going down the hard Brexit route, which is a complete and utter disaster for the country. But I also don't want to remain in the EU either. I think the EU is a sinking ship as well, and particularly the euro. So yeah, I'm going into lots and lots of different subjects here, but this is quite a long video of what I like and why I don't like the Conservatives, and also why they won the general election, and a few other questions that I get about the Conservatives, and why the UK is being run badly, and why it's a complete disaster, really. But I will say it's better than other countries, but the UK is meant to be one of the richest countries in Europe, and yet they've got a health system that is basically third world. Look at how badly they did in the coronavirus. It was a complete and utter shit show. Unfortunately, it was complete and utter rubbish. Like, yeah, I'm going more into my views. I think we need to increase farming, fishing, and vastly increase our immigration, legal migration. So then all of the farming gets done, people fish more, people are more productive, and anyone that isn't working should be sent back where they came from. And you should be given British nationality after about 5 years. And so, yeah, that is why I would give British nationality to anyone who works in the country for 5 years, pretty much free of charge, if they produce good stuff for the country, and maybe build more council houses and other stuff. But yeah, the UK is being run really, really badly right now, and the sooner we get rid of these clowns, the better, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, we need to build a lot more council houses in the UK, and other things like the fishing industry should be increased, and farming, and we need to concentrate less on other stuff like insurance, maybe concentrate less of the economy on banking, and yeah, we should mainly concentrate on that, on the and also increasing environmental standards and other stuff like that we should increase. But this has been a very, very long video, so they are my views and why we should get rid of the Conservative Party in the next general election, and how they won this general election. But now we've got to put up with another four and a bit years of these clowns. But they will completely destroy the country, and that is all I'm going to say about why it's such a disaster. And so I'm going to say, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'm going to say thanks a lot and bye.